Hi guys, this is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. We are here today with, I feel like, a long overdue empties video. This video is going to be about my empties from December 15th all the way through the 31st, and it took me a little while to get it up because I wanted to talk about my melting basket and my goals for 2024, but I am finally here and ready to talk about my December empties. So if you were interested, then please stay tuned. Okay, so we are here, we are ready to go. We have a couple of candles, lots of wax. I have my basket right here so I can just toss stuff in. I do not have any self-care empties that I will be discussing in this video. As I mentioned in my card chat, which I'm not sure if it's gonna be up before or after this video, but it might go up before this one. But either way, I'm planning to do a separate self-care empties video. So, with that being said, let's get started. Let's go ahead and start with these candles. This is the Homeworks Ice Sugar Cookie Scented Candle. The top is missing because I am actually using it as a tray for something. I got absolutely nothing from this candle. And I mean, I warmed it with like a variety of sugar cookie scents. I could stand over it and couldn't smell anything. Can't smell anything now either. As I've said before, I don't really plan to repurchase Homeworks candles. This was just one that I still had in my stash that I wanted to use up because it went with a lot of the scents that I was currently warming. I'm just gonna stick that right there. And the other candle, I actually was decluttering. Like, I started decluttering before the new year in some smaller spaces, and I discovered this little bitty Yankee candle written red apple wreath. And it's quite nice. I really enjoyed it. I warmed it. Okay, and I almost got all the scent out. I warmed it with a scent from Knowles Farm Scents. So I just popped it in my warmer, and I'm glad to go ahead and knock this out and get it out of my collection after I forgot I had it. So there's that. And next we are going to talk about Scentsy. Lord, I don't want to drop these bars because I have them in the order of which I looked up the scent notes. So if you see me looking down, I always pull them up on my tablet. So the first one I have here is Candied Cranberry Pecan. I picked this up in a warehouse sale in July. And the scent notes are cranberries and pecans that are sweetened by sugarcane and a ribbon of brandied plum. And this was nice, but I didn't love, I don't know, like cranberries and pecans. It wasn't like totally like within my scent preference. Like, I mean, it was nice. I didn't mind it, but I also didn't love it. I think I would prefer my cranberry scents without like a nutty note to it. Just me. I do have one more bar. So next I warmed Dancing Sugar Plums, and this is Rich Spice Plum. Falls right in step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. This was really nice. If I were ever able to repurchase it again, I would. I don't know if it's like club worthy, but I definitely would get more bars of it. Next, we have Christmas Cuddles, which is indulgent caramel and bourbon vanilla are spiced with cinnamon and clove for the ultimate holiday hug. And let me stick it one more time just to make sure. It's been a little, yeah, I didn't care for this, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say maybe it was the clove. It was something in it that just made it smell a little off, and it was either the clove or the bourbon note. I'm not sure which one because the Candied Cranberry Pecan also had some sort of bourbon note in it. So maybe that's it, but didn't care for it. Now here's one that y'all are gonna be shocked by, and I shocked myself. Wassail Wonderland. This is orange zest, lemon peel, and cinnamon stick over fresh fir needles. Y'all love this. And on cold, this smelled disgusting to me. But it was so beautiful on warm. First off, I keep saying that I'm not a tree girl, but I think Scentsy, and it's another one in here, another one I have in here for vendor wax. I might be slowly being converted, y'all. So I think I might like tree with fruit. Like not just straight up tree, but tree with fruit. Fruit scents I seem to like. And I'm not even an orange person either, but this was so good. If it ever came back again, I most definitely would buy more bars of it just for the holiday time. Oh, it was delightful. Absolutely delightful. I know y'all are shocked. And then my last bar is Tinselberry, and this is strawberry and cranberry dipped in cinnamon and sweet sugar for a little extra sparkle. I don't really think strawberry and cinnamon go together. Let's start there. So this was just a little odd to me. I also picked this up in the warehouse sale that happened in, it was either July or June. I didn't love it, but you know, okay. So those are all of my Scentsy scents. And then next we'll do my Walmart wax, because I did pick up a couple from Walmart that I warmed over the holidays, and some of them I enjoyed. Now the first one was Holiday Gingerbread, which is orange, ginger, and allspice. First off, that's not a gingerbread scent, so I don't really know why they named it that. I felt like the title was very misleading. It was okay, not something that I would have to warm again. Orange, ginger, it wasn't my favorite. And this was from the 12 Days of Christmas Mainstays collection. I think these were like $2 for 2.5 ounces of wax. I really enjoyed them, just not that scent. Next, we have Santa's Bake Shop, which is coconut and gingerbread. Again, this is from Sensationals. Sensationals has a bit of a waxy smelling coconut to me, so this one was okay. Now this one, I would get again. This is Christmas Morning, creamy vanilla and spice. It's supposed to kind of smell like cinnamon rolls. Oh, this was good, y'all. And I warmed this with a half a cube for my Scentsy brick of sugar cookie. And this went throughout my house the entire day. I might have actually warmed this on Christmas Day or on Christmas Eve. I loved it. Let me show you that one up close, just so you can see. I'm almost certain I marked in my spreadsheet that I would purchase that again. So that's it for Scentsy and Walmart wax. Now we're gonna jump into vendor wax. The first vendor that I have is Zape, and the first scent that I warmed was Snow Angels, and this is sweet mint, powdered sugar, fresh cherry, and coconut. And I like this on cold, but when it warmed, I did not care for it. The coconut and the cherry, I don't know. The mint, coconut, and cherry just didn't really vibe with my nose. I didn't care for it. I could smell it. I warmed it in my guest bedrooms and the bathroom, so it had decent throw. I just didn't love it. The next one that I warmed was Hansel and Gretel's House, which is gingerbread, graham crackers, and vanilla frosting. I enjoyed the way this smelled, but I did find it to be light. I did pair this with a half a cube from my Scentsy sugar cookie brick, but this was a bit light to me, so I think my other clams that I got from Zape, I'm going to just hold off on until next year to give them some more cure time, since they're all holiday scents anyway. And I picked this up in October. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about L3. So the first thing I have is Blueberry Sugar. This was gifted to me from Miss Mila from Mi's 2 Cents. I actually enjoyed this, and I keep saying I'm not a blueberry person, but the blueberry scents that Mila has recommended and are gifted to me have been very spot on. This was really, really nice. I would get this again. Okay, so next we got Sugar Cake, Sweet Lavender, and Lemon Cream. I told y'all about L3 not using commas or any sort of punctuation in these run-on titles. This was okay. Y'all know lavender. This lavender was a bit herbally to me. Between that and the lemon, it was just a little sharp. So it's not something I would purchase. This was a sample. Next, oh, we got to talk about this. This is Orange Cranberry Muffin Pistachio Latte Books. So when I smelled this on cold, I was like, yes, you know what? I'm going to have to get a full size of this. That's why it's important to warm stuff. I warmed this and I hated it. I just did. I don't know if it was the book note. I did not care for this at all on warm the way I thought I was going to. So, no. Then, oh yeah. Then I have the last thing from L3. I'm sorry. Is this scent that I got in my October pre-order. This is Grinch. This is Toasted Pistachio, Vanilla, Buttercream, and Waffle Cones. This smelled really good in the bag. I did not get good performance out of it in my open concept. And from what I remember, I don't remember it performing well in my bedroom either. Maybe because this is like a very bakery scent. It just needs more cure time, because a lot of the scents that I ordered were holiday and bakery scents. So it just may need more cure time. So I will possibly let some of the others cure a little bit longer. Or maybe, you know, I might just enjoy L3 scoops more. I have one of their scoops to try this month, so we will see. But I did not get good throw on Grenchens, therefore I would not repurchase it. Okay, I just want to make sure. Where's my, okay. All right, there we go. Sorry, getting everything in order. So next I got 2 samples from Dessa's that I warmed. The first one was Snowed In. And this was strong. Both of her, like all of her samples were very like tree heavy. I can't really smell them in the bag now, but Snowed In, I don't remember it being anything that I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to get more of it. It was strong and performed very well in my bedroom. It just wasn't one that I loved. And the same with Red Christmas Truck. It was also a very tree heavy scent, a little bit too tree heavy for me. Very strong though, and I warmed that in my bedroom and it performed very well. Next, I have Signature Sugar Cookie from Teddy B's. Now I will say, I warmed this souffle and I was not super impressed with the throw. However, spoiler alert, I'm warming a tub of it now that I also have, and it's performing better. So maybe just that extra month of cure time really did it. Now, it's not like a strong scent by any means, but it's definitely giving me pretty decent medium vibes. So I'm enjoying it. I don't know if it's something that I would repurchase because it's basic, and I just feel like Teddy B's definitely has more complex scents that I can enjoy. I feel like you can get a sugar cookie scent from anybody. So it's not one that like I would repurchase again, but I'm actually enjoying it. But it does need a lot of cure time. Okay, next we got Knoll's Farm Scents, and the first one is Hoodie Season. So Hoodie Season is Spiced Pumpkin, Cranberry, and Juicy Apple. I warmed this all throughout my home in conjunction with that little bitty tiny Yankee candle in my open concept. I actually warmed this the day my mom got here, and she walked in and was like, your house smells so good. She loved it. Spoiler alert, I thought she was going to be super sensitive to the scents, and she loved everything that I warmed. So that was nice. Oh yeah, this is just beautiful. It was just a beautiful, warm, cozy, cranberry, cinnamon, creamy scent. It's so good. Even as I smell it in the bag, I would definitely purchase this again next fall to have again for next fall/winter season. As a side note, Knoll's Farm Scents has a pre-order coming up in February, and I'm just itching to see their pre-order list because the way Travis and Amber's fall/winter scents have performed in my home, I cannot wait to experience their spring and summer scents. Anyway, just a sidebar. So Hoodie Season, absolute yes and repurchase. Next, this is a sample, which is why you see this little bag. Berrylicious Evergreen. I stole a couple of cubes from my husband. Y'all, that scent is good. Good. And I wish I had ordered a bag for myself. But me being nervous, not really liking tree scents, I didn't know. But I bet you next year when Travis offers this in his next like fall/winter pre-order, well, not next year, this year, I will definitely be picking up a bag. I don't need like a whole loaf or anything, but this is beautiful to warm like during the holiday season. Absolutely loved it. It's fruity. It's like a perfect blend of tree and berries. Oh, it smells so good. I know. I think I'm getting converted into a tree girl. I think I am. Okay. Oh, next we got, and y'all, for those who don't like smudges, I'm warning you, the next couple of bags are very smudged because this is Second and Spruce, and Erica's wax is very soft, and I cut it and just left it in the bag, and so these bags are all smudged up, so be warned. But the first one I warmed is this sample, y'all, of Jack is Obsessed. And this is supposed to be a dupe for Jack's Obsession from Scentsy, y'all. So I have Jack's Obsession in my Scentsy club currently because I've never actually tried the Scentsy scent. But y'all, oh my God. This sample, so first off, I got 2 warms out of this in my bedroom and my master bedroom and bathroom. Like, so I cut this into 4 pieces, so I got 2 warms. Y'all, this was strong. It went all day. Like every time I came in here, I was like, man, this is still going. Like it just warmed in the fragrance release. This is beautiful. It's not super spicy for those who might be worried about that because it does have cloves, cinnamon, apple spice, but this is a fabulous, to me, I could warm this year round. I love it. I need more of it. I'm really hoping that Erica includes this in a pre-order soon so that I can, you see I keep smelling it. It was so good. So, so good. Loved it. Next, here's my first smudge bag. Peppermint milk and cookies. Y'all see how this poor bag looks like it's been through hell and back? So, peppermint milk and cookies is creamy peppermint and crushed candy canes layered with milk and cookies. Again, I say, oh, I'm not a peppermint girl. And I'm not like just straight up mint peppermint scents. I don't like. But this with that milk and cookies was so good. I warmed this even when I was like recovering from a cold and my nose was still a little sensitive. It was so, so good. It was the perfect mixture. And then I also have her eggnog milk and cookies. First off, I don't really think you can go wrong with any of the Second and Spruce milk and cookies blends. Creamy eggnog layered with milk and cookies. First off, Erica has a banging eggnog, especially the like buttered rum eggnog as a side note, but this was really, really good. Open concept. I will say this. I haven't had anything from Second and Spruce that I've worn in my open concept that has not performed well. This was also great, also a repurchase. Lastly, from Lavender and Speckles. This is from the Gilmore Girls pre-order I received it in October. This is Santa Cheeseburger. This is fresh sugar cookies, cocoa beans, the richest buttercream, vanilla bean noel, and marshmallow cream blended with cake batter. So I warmed this in my open concept. And it performed really, really well. Now this smells like, my daughter smelled it and she was like, Mommy, it smells like fresh baked chocolate chip cookies. So she loved it. I really enjoyed it. I got about 6 hours of performance out of it, which is pretty good. Normally like for like my favorite top Lavender and Speckle scents, I can get like 8 to 10 hours, just saying, in my open concept. But this one still performed pretty well. This isn't necessarily one I would repurchase just because there are other scents that I have from Lavender and Speckles that I love more and performed even better for me, like her pumpkin and gingerbread French toast. Also, I don't like hate chocolate in my wax, but I also don't necessarily like have to have it. It's kind of like I could take it or leave it, but this was a nice scent. So if you do enjoy these scent notes, this was really pretty. It performed pretty well for me. And honestly, if I had given it a little bit more cure time, it may have performed even better for me. I do find with Lavender and Speckles wax, if I give it a good 2 months versus that 1 month, I get much better performance. But this did great. I did enjoy it, just wouldn't necessarily repurchase it. So the last thing that I do want to do for this video, I keep saying I'm gonna show y'all my spreadsheet and someday I'll get around to it. But in the meantime, I wrote down my December numbers. I wrote down what I started with, how much wax I brought in, how much wax I got out, and my final numbers. And so my categories are just vendor and Scentsy. This includes samples, anything that I warmed. I at one point was separating samples, whatever. I put it all in one thing. If it's vendor, it goes on one tab, and if it's Scentsy, it goes on another tab. So for my vendor wax, I started with 282 items. I only brought in 5 items, and I got through or knocked out, what's the best way? The amount of wax that I got out of my collection because I warmed was 30 items. So I finished with a final of 252 items. I am so proud of myself. So that's really good. Scentsy, shockingly, I did not do quite as well, only because I brought in more stuff. So I started out with 82 items. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I also should have said, so the way this spreadsheet works, my starting number includes the items that I brought in. So like for vendor, my 282 includes the 5 items that I brought in. Okay. I think, yeah. Which is why it dropped down to 252. I had to make sure I explained that because it confused me a little bit. So on the Scentsy side, I brought in 13 items. So my starting number was 82, including 13 items that I brought in. And I also finished 13 items. So my final number is 69. I'm still proud because I used up, what, 43 items total in December. Go me. And that's with me not even warming a couple of days because I just, you know, was relaxing and literally didn't feel like doing anything. It was being like as lazy as I could be. but I'm really proud of those numbers. I am going to hopefully start remembering to do this in each empties video. So let me know what you think as far as like hearing, you know, like my in and out numbers for each month. I think that's a great way to hold myself accountable. And so, yeah. So that is everything that I wore for the 15th of December, or for the second half of December. I'm super proud. I had a really great melting month. There were a lot of scents that I just loved and enjoyed that I wore them. So I would love to know, did you get through a ton of wax in December, or were you just kind of taking it easy because it was the holidays, you were out of town? No wrong answer. And if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed to this channel and you enjoy this type of content, I would love if you would go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.